pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not.
Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to WolfKing Toys Live on Friday, February 14th, Valentine's Day 2025. Thank you all for showing up and being my Valentine today. It's lovely to see you all. Today is the day that we are on schedule to reveal the 12 in 25 WolfKing Wickman project head. And I'm not going to wait. I'm going to bring him out right away. He's my real Valentine today. And he is going to help show off the sculpt for February. From Sweden, everybody, Mr. Emil Wickman.
Hello. Hello, Cutie Pie.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm good. How are you?
I am really good. I'm good.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, when we're here and we made it on time at 4 and we got people showing up, we're good, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. As long as we're kicking. What's up, everybody? Who's here? I see Anthony Asil here. I see Carver Customs is here. I see Jordan. I see Jen. I see RP, Brendan Higgins, Dub3, Endless Fables, Jeremy Gouvier. Hey, everybody. Oh, wait, I missed someone. Collectibles Fun is here, too. All right.
Nice to see you guys.
So how you been?
I've been good. Since last time. Yeah, I haven't aged today.
No. Was it a month ago that you were on or less? I know it was less, right? Because we weren't on the same schedule.
Week, right?
Yeah. Our scheduling was a little off from what we're used to. Yes.
From what
Brian Lynn reminds us, happy birthday to Mr. David Williams, our friend.
Happy birthday.
Hey, I can't leave my buddy hanging in the wings. Let's bring him out. Everybody, because you all loved him at every other show he's been on. Bring him back. Mr. Cosmic Jeff. Jeff Ravitz. What's up, Jeff?
It's good to be on again. Thanks, Len.
No problem. How are you?
Good. It's Friday, and we're talking toys.
Yeah, that's always a good thing.
Fridays and toys, two great things, and Jeff.
You can't go wrong.
And Emil.
So, everybody, let's see. The first thing I have to do on my list, and literally I was jotting the list down just as the intro was playing because I want to be consistent with it, but I'm behind. I think we should just talk 12 and 25 right now. What do you say?
Okay, let's do it.
Talk 1 second about what the challenge figure is because I want to bring it up actually. So
yeah, so the challenge figure for this week was the Silurian Guard. And the thing with the Silurian Guard is that the head that comes with that figure is one of my favorite heads to use as a customizer and as so he already comes with a great head sculpt. And when Len asked me to use this, actually I heard about it from Curtis. He told me it was the Silurian Guard. He sneaked it in our conversation, but he's a mind reader, Anyway,
Curtis with the scoop.
Yeah. Because he had heard you talk about it. There we go. Silurian Guard. I know that there are a lot of people who really like this character. I know I'm not alone. Yeah, you do.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. It's probably one of my favorite builders.
Wow, yeah. I can definitely see that.
Wait, Jeff. It's not a builder.
It's not a builder, but it's my kind of builder.
Can we say trooper then? Maybe
trooper.
There you go, trooper.
Footman.
Yeah, like trooper. Trooper sounds.
I kid because that's like an old battle that I've heard people get into on what's a builder, what's not a builder.
Oh yeah.
You know, because it's builders like Legion builder defers to like maybe sometimes the pricing or the paint or you know, but yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
reinforcements, right? So he's a reinforcement. That's not fair.
I'm trying to back you up here, but I think that maybe he's not, I mean, he is part of the first line of defense kind of from Salernia, right? So it's
he's definitely a trooper. He's awesome though. I love him.
Yes, he is awesome. So you know, what to do with the head sculpt for this character, and then you didn't say anything more. You said this character, and then it's like what to do. And I actually instantly had an idea for this one. We shall see if people appreciate it or not. But something that I've been wanting to do in the past and figured that it could work for this character, being part of the woodland troopers, you know?
Troopers, yes.
Not sure what else I should say about that so far then.
Yeah. No, he's great. And he comes with a lot of stuff, right? Like, so he was one of the first that gave us the leather boots. Well, he's got the leather shoes, which was at the time was different, right? Not new, but different. Matches up like, so I forget what those shin guards are officially called. There's a name for those shin guards when they're like metal in the front, but leather in the back. But that's what
Greaves? Greaves?
Is Greaves the glove? It could. I'm not sure, but there's definitely he definitely has that unique look. You know, someone said he's wearing his Sunday shoes, like his Sunday best shoes. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely a thing where he's not armored, you know, shoes. And I imagine if I was like, you know, a soldier in that time, I don't know if I'd always want to be wearing like metal shoes, especially in the forest if you're trying to be quiet. So.
Yeah, but wearing armor though, so it actually has this kind of special design when it comes to, you know, what parts used. You know, having those boots in combination with armored legs and arms. That was one of the, you know, curious things, but it works. Oh, greaves are shin armor, so
there you go.
Okay. Of course, Jeff is right, man.
I know something today.
I know. That's why Jeff's here. Emil, what did I just tell you before we got live?
You know, that's why Jeff is here. Not only because of that, but it's good to have someone that knows stuff. You know?
Yeah. Exactly.
Or is really quick at Google searching.
Oh, okay, then you know.
And he's got a lot of head looks, right? I mean, he's got the Whisperling head, the human head,
yes,
different face plates. A lot of parts going on, and that awesome shield too, which is really cool.
Yes, it is.
And that beautiful Trevor shot of him. I just wanted to go back because there was something. That sword's cool. The great sword too. Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff. They packed him in. He's a good value regardless. Yes. He has the soft good skirt piece in the front, which is wired, right? And is he the one that he has the plastic one too, right?
Yeah.
Does he come with both? Yeah.
So soft loin piece or plastic loin piece? What do you guys say?
I used the soft goods one.
I don't like the mixing and matching. So if I'm gonna go like sculpted top, it's going to be sculpted bottom. If it's soft goods top, it's soft bottom. Which
okay. When it comes to the loin piece, I'm all for the soft good piece. You know, that's
I can deal with the fact that the tunic's hard, or you know, because it still looks pretty good, so it doesn't bother me. But I mean, either or, you have options, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
options are the best.
So this was your challenge for February. This is what they voted on in the Wolf Den. They said everyone was like, "This is what we want Emil to do and to do his sculpt off of." And my friend, what did you come up with? Why don't you show us?
Okay, so this is we are showing digital renders today, right? We don't have the printed.
Right, because you just did this on Wednesday and got it to me. Yes, it's actually printing now. So, yeah.
So I'm doing this. I went with a dryad kind of look, you know, because I feel like we need more of the tree-ish characters, you know. We haven't seen many of those, you know. Let's see. There's from a side angle, and we have. Let's see, I had a few more photos, a little bit more lighting on the face, and this is where we're going. So, a dryad, yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, this was definitely out of your wheelhouse. I'll give you that. You surprised me in a super pleasant way with
You
this
want
because
to be surprised, right?
I did, and you did ask me. You're like, well, how far should I go out of like the norm? And I'm like, do whatever you want. Out of the norm is good, and I'm glad you did because it's really cool. I mean, I love it. I love it. Fits the character or the figure well as far as like the look. Faction.
Thank you, Len. That was, things I was aiming for, and I really, really enjoyed sculpting this. I had so much fun doing this one.
I can tell. Like I've been doing printing in a long time. You know that, and I can tell like when I look at renders, like what roughly it's gonna. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes that when they get painted is when they look spectacular, right? Like they look good as a render, but there's when they have a lot of texture on them, like something that's wood or heavy crag stone, something like that. The renders don't. You can't catch like all of the angles, and it's like when you took this and you moved the shadows because you were trying to get like the right kind of looks on it. But I could tell with this, like it's something where like if you just do that like wood effect and then you do some kind of color pop on the eyes, it's going to be like night and day for what you're looking at on a render.
Yes, totally. I think this will be one that would be, you could go a really easy route when you paint it, or you could go super elaborate with the, nuances of the bark and adding, green effects, or, go any crazy colors as well. Yeah. And you could make him an aggressive character. It doesn't have to be a peaceful one,
Yeah.
Not just a tree hugger, but maybe if someone.
Here we go with the tree hugger again.
No, but I mean he is a tree, so he hugs trees, of course. I mean, so that he is. I didn't mean anything bad with that, but it's so if you go and try to cut down his tree friends, he's not gonna hug you.
No, and nor should he.
Okay, good. That's what I was aiming for. So those were the illustrations. Oh, actually, this one.
That's a good one. That's a good angle because it really does show more detail on it.
Because
and those and the eyes are going to be really paintable for you guys that cry out there that some of the eyes are hard to paint.
Yeah, these eyes are bigger. These eyes are bigger. These are not small eyes. And yeah, so the bark is shaped like teeth-ish style, but
Yeah. So yeah, I mean he's literally printing now. So hopefully maybe this weekend or Monday I'll have actual renders. Sometimes the first print, like we look at it, like Emil and I look at it, and we might have to be like, like it's too big, it's too small. Sometimes they're dead on, but we'll look at it and then we'll be able to see the actual prints, by early next week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So I will admit I cheated. I'm a filthy cheater. I showed someone this last night because I have a good friend, and he's your friend too. I'm like covered by my thing here. Hello. And he's a super fan. Patrick loves you. He loves these type of builds. And he's the wood guy, right? Patrick's got wood. That's what we say because he loves painting wood. He's got a great technique for it. I had to show this to him. He's also the namer of our realm. He came up with a cool name, and I think that's if it's okay with you. I think that's what we're gonna go with, right?
Go with it.
Can you say that for us? Because
I have to. Just a second. I need to take for your text message here so I can read it.
Tajiko. I'm killing it because it's TJIKKO.
Old Chico.
Old Chico.
Old Chico. TJIKKO. Chico.
That's how you say that. Chico.
Well, I didn't come up with a name.
Wait, spell it one more time.
No, I know, but it's a Swedish name.
Oh.
Did you not know that?
It's a Swedish name?
Yes. That's why he used it.
What?
Jeff,
What do you mean
Google it for me real quick.
Does
Here,
this
I'm
make
going to
sense
throw
at
that.
all? Spell it again. T.
Hold on. I'm going to take old Chico out so you can see.
TJIKKO.
EJI.
It's old TJIKKO. It's the oldest tree in Sweden.
Oh yeah.
What?
No, it's it's a Norway spruce in Dalarna, Sweden.
Dalarna.
Yeah.
That's so
I thought you would have recognized it, man. Like, oh yeah.
you thought I wouldn't know this tree?
Yeah.
That's really funny.
It's actually the world's oldest tree. Originally gained fame as the world's oldest tree.
Wow, in the world.
Wait a minute. So we in Sweden have the oldest tree?
That's what it's saying on Google's.
Aren't all the biggest and oldest and greatest and best stuff in the US?
It is 9,567 years old.
Woo!
I know the old redwoods, like in the redwood forest, they're very old, but I guess this is older, sure.
Circa 7,550 BC.
Wow. I don't even think there were people around in this part of Sweden. I mean,
there were people. They were just animals and other creatures.
yeah, they were actually dryads back then. So that's why it's named, because
there you go.
That's what they do. But the dryads are no longer around. Instead, they have these pale guys walking around without knowledge of the old times. Old Chico.
Old Chico.
Okay, that was a lot of fun. You thought I knew that?
I don't know what the Chico means, so I didn't know if it meant like pine or like it had like. So I didn't know if when you saw that word, you were like, oh, it means pine or it means spruce or like.
Well, it's the oldest individual known tree clone, since it's genetically the same individuals, like 9,550-year-old old dead remains of root system on this. Yeah, okay, so it's still okay. Okay, it's okay. So anyway,
does the name mean anything? Does the name mean anything?
No.
Okay.
No. So we don't know, but they named it Old Chico.
Trevor Williams playing it.
Okay, Old Chico.
Old Chico. So, like everyone get ready to have fun with this for the giveaway. For the giveaway today, which is not going to be Old Chico. It's because he's not ready yet, and I like to get the giveaways out quickly. The giveaway is going to be.
Then I would say Chico.
The giveaway for today is going to be a vampire phalanx, and it's going to be 2 Corruptian heads that Emil made, which is the helmeted version and the unhelmeted. So you can make a Corruptian. And I also have some other like mythic vampire type parts to go in with it. Like, I got like a standard and this and the builder pack, head pack. So that's gonna be what you win. But get ready for this, folks. Old Chico is gonna be what you're gonna have to type in there for the giveaway.
Actually, this tree was, they discovered this tree only like 11 years ago. So
where was it hiding?
it was, it looks pretty lonely in the photos I see. So Chico.
And Chico doesn't mean anything. It's not even like someone's name.
No, I mean, the only one who has a name that pronounces something like that is a guy that I met once who is from South America. And his name is Chico.
Chico, yeah, Chico.
So that's the closest
that I've heard of before. Oh, okay. Well, we don't learn something new every day. Apparently, you learn something new. I don't know. I don't know where Patrick learned it from. I don't know where he got it from.
How does he know stuff like this?
I don't know.
Did he just search like famous tree in Sweden and then got the Old Chico?
Wow.
All right.
It looks so lonely in the photos. If anyone's gonna Google this, it looks so lonely. And it's like near the border of Norway and Sweden. Lonely.
Now I'm gonna have to.
Anyway, let's go back to having fun and hugging trees instead of being lonely.
It's lonely Chica. It's that Old Chica.
No, lonely Chica.
Well, by the time, it is really lonely looking, isn't it? Well, by the time I get this to the website, it could very end up being lonely Chico.
And this is photos taken before the top was broken off by snow. So it's even lonelier now.
I have to be honest, I'm not super impressed by it.
Just imagine going all the way to this. I'm going to see this. Anyone want to come to Sweden? Let me show you the sights.
It looks like Charlie Brown's Christmas tree. Wait, here's a reference shot with someone next to it.
And they found it 11 years ago. Like, yeah. Or I mean,
oh my goodness,
it was that old 11 years ago.
How could it not have grown? I guess it's just not a grower. That's wait. Here's people. Look, here's more people next to it.
The whole root system. So it's not just that singular tree. It's like the same root system of it. Anyway, let's stay impressed, everyone.
Do you know these guys, Emil? Do you know these guys?
It's a credible name. Do you know them?
Do you know them? They're in Sweden.
Of course, everyone in Sweden know each other, right?
That's all right. Yeah, of course. That's why I asked.
Yeah. Bettan, Robban, och Fredrik.
Yeah. All right. Well, old Chico. Oh, look, you can buy a like a commemorative pin or something with Old Chico on it.
So is that what you guys want me to bring at Legion's Con, to have Old Chico emblems to sell?
Yeah.
This is so horrible, but okay. So,
okay, I'm sorry.
I'm getting with the bottom part of the tree, but your sculpt at the top.
So I guess, needless to say, I assume you've never visited Old Chico.
I've been to Dalarna where it's located somewhere, but that's pretty big. So it's,
Well, now you know. Now you know. Next time you go there, you can go visit it.
yeah. Okay. Dalarna, the area, is actually known for the Dala horses. Have you heard of those?
No.
That's
No.
one of the most Swedish souvenir things you can buy. Dala horses, small wooden horses that are painted in special colors, and that's really something. People go there to look at the manufacturing. They buy the Dala horses. If you go to our capital, you're gonna buy Dala horses. At the airport, you gotta buy T-shirts with Dala horses.
Mhm.
That's something else for another
Why
show.
am I just learning about this now?
Because maybe you're not, maybe when you think about Europe, you think about visiting, the Colosseum in Italy, and you don't think about the Dala horse. But this is Sweden. This is actually, I think,
Wow, they're so colorful.
yeah, and the thing is, where these were made from the beginning, there were actually, I think there were two brothers or two friends, and then they, got a conflict, so they split the company, and there is a street going between them, and you can decide if you want to go to the left or to the right and buy Dala horses now.
Oh, that's like Philly cheesesteaks.
Really?
Yeah. There's two
Okay,
places right next to each other that are like the places you can go for Philly cheesesteaks.
And and all I can think about now is that Jeff, when we started, he said, like, it's finally weekend to spend time with friends and talk about toys. And we talk about trees and horses. That's like, yeah, that's
Well,
something else.
But that's a toy. That's a
Yeah,
toy.
isn't it? I mean, it sure looks like a toy to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when we were there as a kid, you can buy them without the smooth surfaces, like really rough and without paint. And you can buy them, and then you get a knife, and then you sit at home and you make them smoother. At that time in my life, I realized that was not something for me. I never finished mine.
I thought you were going to say that's what sparked your desire to do custom action figures.
As a kid, I cut my fingers all the time. I was horrible. It always like something on my fingers and a band-aid in my forehead because it stumbled on something. So I didn't do stuff like that.
And now he cuts a lot of plastic, like hard
plastic is more fun. Yeah.
and then you took that Dala horse into the backyard and you threw it as hard as you could. And someone walking by was like, "You need to come and throw hammers, son." And you were like, "Okay, I'm gonna do that, sir." And then that's it. Star was born.
Howdy ho! Alrighty then.
You threw that Dala horse so far into the backyard that you need to throw a hammer. That coach. Yep, that's a story. I love backstories. I'll give you any backstory you want.
That's awesome. I like your back. Your version is way cooler than.
Yeah, John, you made it. You made it right in time for the cosmic horse tale. You missed the sad tree.
Yes, you didn't miss much, but I mean, except for the company here, there's a lot of wonderful people in the chat. And
well, let's show old Chico again.
Yes, this is old Chico.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, everyone. That's what's up.
And he is from the wooden realms, not from Sweden, which in fact is pretty, actually trees are one of our main resources for exporting. So,
and horses.
Yeah, they're made of
right. Well, that's what they do with the leftover part.
Yeah,
the trees. They made horses. All right.
I'm so sorry, everyone.
I'm just catching everyone up. And if you and wait. And just in case anyone missed this, share this tab instead. This is what we're doing. Old Chico. And that's for the giveaway. And the giveaway is for a figure and some cool parts, vampire phalanx, vampire parts. Get that in there.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. So I will have the pictures of the actual sculpt and how it looks, how it fits, all that good stuff. Sometime next week, like early. I don't think I'm going to get to it this weekend, to be dead honest with you, because I don't think I'm going to be going. I'm not going to be doing the printers tomorrow, so I might have it Sunday. So that should be fun. So that what was up with that. I wanted to give everyone a personal thank you for all the support with the Necronominus wave that you're picking up from the website. There's a couple things sold out. I think Aldrich is sold out, and Necronominus himself has sold out. Everything else is in stock, so you can grab it. There. Who's that? Is that old Chico? Do you hear that?
Yeah, that was weird.
Hello?
Yep.
I'm here.
Okay. So we still don't have a street date on it. I know a lot of people are asking. The estimated time is still the end of the month, and we're right in the middle of the month, so we don't really know. We're going to end up having, it's going to be the end of the month or early March, up in the air type thing. No one has them. None of the retailers from what I'm aware have them because they're not all here. So, as soon as they come, guys, I'm going to work hard to get them out on the street date. And that's what's up with that. The other big news this week, which is directly related to us, to the website and WolfKing Customs, is the retailer appreciation wave, which was started being shown last week, is now official to be sold. And I added those to the website this morning. You can hop over there. If you go to the main page of the site, it's right on the main page. Or you can direct link. It's no one direct links. It's at the main page. It's at the top floater bar up here. You can see it. It is a pre-order. They're $10 each. I know everyone does $5. I like a little more commitment, guys. I like a little more commitment. We're doing parts with each one. You're going to get some kind of bonus part. It's too early for me to even fathom a hint of an idea of what that's going to be. I know, Emil, you said you were kind of chomping at the bit to do something for Frankenstein. So that's a possibility, but
Yeah.
there's time between when this is going
Yeah,
to
that's not happening now. Is there any, when these are expected?
They're saying fourth quarter of this year. So around the holiday time, which makes sense because of, the Ghost of Christmas. But I mean, if you remember, they kind of just make it to the wire with them. We don't know. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it does. I feel like it's a chance. That's when the retailer hit this time, right? It got in before
December.
Christmas. Yeah. So, we're looking at, it's a pretty fair little quick. So yeah, Jonathan saying, similar timeline to last year. So yeah, if you hop over there, the one thing I want to note though, and it's at the top of the page, and it also is listed on every product page, is that you need to, when you do your order for the pre-orders, at checkout, you need to choose pre-order, and it treats it like it's a pickup, so you don't have to pay shipping on it. It's the only way I could trick the website into doing selling something for the non-refundable deposit amount of $10 and not shipping it, is that it's going to look like you're going to pick it up. You're not picking these up, because then what's going to happen is I'm going to send out invoices for the final amount once we're told these are on the water. So once we know we're on the water, then I send you an invoice saying this is what you owe. Then I get your shipping information, and then we're ready to go. So this is just a way to kind of fool it into not wanting to ship something. It was a little odd, but yeah, just pick pre-order pickup only. Don't do a combined order, because if you do that, I'm gonna wait a year or till the end of the year to send you whatever you ordered.
So as a retailer, it's a retailer appreciation wave. You feel that this is a good thing then, that retailer has this opportunity, that the focus goes to the retailer for a wave?
Do I feel appreciated?
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a great idea. It's a good way to have something that's very specifically only going to go to a retailer. The reverse of the figure obscura is if they didn't have these waves, then it would not go to the retailer, right? So
Yeah.
I think it's cool. It's a cool way to get like a different look at the Figure Obscura figures, and that's really cool is that they make them look different. But also, like, I love it really is a gift from them to the retailers to do these new figures. And the Phantom Troopers, both of them, Vernelius and the Phantom Trooper, everyone seems to love them, especially the Phantom Trooper. So
the Phantom Trooper is, if I have to pick just one, it's of course the to what it is an homage to, but even without that, I love the colors. I mean, this yeah.
It's beautiful.
Of all the figures, this one was for me it really popped.
Jeff,
I'm just happy to get that red translucent part to the shield, because we had the purple and the green, and I wanted like an orange or red, and now we're getting that red translucent, and that's gonna be awesome.
I don't watch all the things, but I did hear that. So did they actually say that it's going to be a more translucent than what it looks like in the pictures? Like, because it looks like a pretty solid piece of red plastic. Is it going to be a translucent?
If you go back to the shield or all the
layout,
all the layout, that part next to the
shield,
right? That shield part.
Yeah,
looks exactly like the purple that came with Sligor and the green that came with the accessories pack. It's just in red. So
you're talking about that part. I'm sorry, I thought you were talking about the part that covers his head.
Opaque. That's definitely opaque. Like
okay, I'm sorry. That's why I asked that, because I was confused. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I love the matte finish on all of them too. Like if that's how the actual figure is going to come out, like I think it's good because it's just really like primary colors and a really flat finish, and I think that's why it's striking. It really grabs your eye.
And silly, not silly, but I mean, customizer aspect. I love that the joints are black. Of course, this design, of course, those parts should be black, but it's also nice to have a figure base with black joints.
Yeah,
I like that.
I was looking at the Sentry compared to the Phantom Trooper, and I was like, okay, so all the joints on the Sentry are gray, and we're getting like a gray with black joints, and that's just gonna be awesome to pop and swap, change up.
Let's look at this guy for a second here. Vern, what do you think of Vern?
you call him Vern?
Just call him Vern.
Okay, well, you're the name master. Jeff, what are your thoughts?
I'm all for translucent pieces. And orange is my favorite color. So the moment I saw the snake and the bird in that color, I was like, I'm sold. And then the green, it just pops with the browns. So it's a good combo. And he's packed full of stuff again. So we're getting a great amount of accessories and hands and.
Yeah, and it's no premium price either. It's just your standard, $49.99 pricing on them.
Yeah.
I like the soft goods cloak.
New hood.
Yeah, I really like that. It kind of covers up that back area a little bit, which could be a little odd. I like that look. Like that's really cool.
Same.
When I first look at him, I want him to have pants. So I might need to find legs that have pants or something.
There are plenty of pants.
You do like pantaloons where you do the upper legs with the cloth sculpt, and then
it could be just like it could be just like another figure's legs, maybe. I don't know. It's a lot of green.
Yeah. This is after the Phantom Trooper. This is my second favorite in this way.
My second favorite is Frankenstein Screecher.
Frankenstein, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
There he is.
I really am into old classic novel horror, not slasher films from the 70s and 80s. So to get him in the I guess the pop culture green, and also have them in the novelization yellow jaundice color is gonna
Yeah.
be awesome on the shelf.
Yeah. I feel like I like these accessories better, like the colors and the way that Cameron painted them. I like
Yeah.
them better. I like the being more true to the novelization, like you said. So I think I like that, but I do have that one, and maybe I'll mix them with this one, and I'll switch the accessories out because I do. There's something I like about them. They have a more steampunk flair with that copper, or that bronze look to them.
Yeah, and the way Cameron did the patchwork of green throughout the body and the head and stuff, it really makes the sculpt pop here and there. And then I think one of the eyes are knocked out with the color like a yellow, so he's one-eyed.
Let's see. Jordan's asking why is Frankenstein 75. I don't know, because that's what I'm told. I'm assuming because the box is bigger, like it's just
It's
has
deluxe.
more stuff. Yeah, it's like deluxe.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's see. Next one is the Ghost of Christmas Past in the Haunted Blue edition, and yeah, she's good looking, right? She looks cool next to the other one.
And these two look great together.
Yeah, I'm glad we got these shots of them together. They look really good.
Yeah.
When my wife
Go ahead, Joe.
when my wife saw that last picture of them just standing there together, Marley and her, and they look like a wedding topper, she was like, "Oh, I'm interested to see if anybody actually puts that on top of a cake and has that at their wedding."
Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just change out the heads, make them customized to the groom and
That's a pretty good idea. That's
bride.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't have much to say because it is what it is. It's not that I don't like it. I like it, but I like the other one a little more. Like that. I've already committed in my brain that I'm going to do the direct versions of the Dickens, characters because I just kind of like them a little more. But these are definitely, it's cool. There's no doubt.
No, one of the things that I'm not saying that I'm a big fan of the Dickens book, but from a customizer aspect, again, I really appreciate the bare pale skin color more than this bluish nuance. I think these two look great together, like the ghosts. As a customizer, I really appreciate the other one, the first version.
Well, that blue's going to work with anything cosmic you want to do, so because you can do anything in cosmic. So.
Of course, you make him. Yeah, of course you do it to aliens. You're right. Actually, my head wasn't even there. How silly it may sound, but of course. Yeah, no, I need it for a cosmic character.
Yes,
so stupid, I was so staring myself, blindly.
Sold.
Yeah, I'm out of here. I'll take some coffee. Let's see. Yeah.
No. So the next one I have is the Bastet, which a lot of people are happy that you can now grab without the Anubis. Yep. So that's a thing. What do we think of this? I think the red pops like a lot. Like it's just like that's what draws you right away. It draws your eye, is that red. And again, the accessories have a little different paint thing going on, and I like it. I like it, the color. It's black instead of brown. Yes.
Yeah.
No.
For me, it's not the figure this time. It's the accessories. I like that they're aged. Like these are not the pristine colorway as the originals. They're more aged and archaeological finds.
Yes, I agree with you. Like they would find them. Yep.
So it's going to go with Indiana Jones and some other characters and figures and stuff. I
totally agree with you as well. I I like the pale soft goods and colors of the clothes for the first version more.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I feel like the red skirt and the red cloth wrapped like torso, upper and lower, like we're gonna see that used in very interesting ways. You know, like someone like a Joe Suter's gonna have like some build he does with that you're like, holy crap, that's awesome. You know, like because of that red. Like I can't. There's the library of figures is so huge now. I can't think in my brain like what it could work with. But there's something that's in the back of my head that's saying like this could work with a certain figure that we already have.
Fury Orc.
Female Fury Orc.
Female Fury Orc, possibly.
Actually, soft goods like that, it's harder to say what it won't work with. You know, I think it's gonna look really cool on a lot of figures. You know,
Slap it on a cosmic figure will be good. It'll look awesome.
Slap it on a cosmic.
Slap it on a cosmic. Let me say hello to some people. Guess the way is here. What's up, Jay? Hey, buddy.
Hey,
Jesse has showed up. The steward is here. Who else did I see popped in? Ryan Gonzalez. I spent some time with his lovely wife Amber last night on Legion's Ladies. Hello, Ryan.
Great show.
How you doing, buddy? That was a lot of fun. Curtis Ackerman, not with a C, is here. Hey, buddy. Yeah, just saying hi to some people that popped in later. Justin is here. All right. Yeah, that's a cool one. And then the final one, I think is the final one, right, is Anubis himself. So now you can get him separately if you want him. And he has a black color scheme going on. And also the repaint on the accessory parts.
you see, I think this is really cool. I think I like that if it's brown or black, it doesn't make too much of a difference for me. But I like that the white cloth. You know, I think I like that with the Egyptian characters more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not saying anything about being right or wrong. I'm just saying that feels more Egyptian.
Yeah. For me, because we got the whitish tan on the original, I think if I get when I get this one, I'm gonna dye the soft goods to the blue, and then or the green and the teals or whatever he has in them. That way you've got the reds and the teals and stuff.
Yeah. Well, it would definitely take the dye better because of it being, the tea stained white.
Yeah.
So
cool idea.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And the casket sarcophagus, the base thing, it has that's more detailed, or it's more sandstone looking, like it has that look to it where you can see more of like the detail on it, I think. And then as we all know, the top comes off so you can hide your stuff in it.
Yeah. All your money.
Yeah.
After having done a pre-order.
Best accessories holder ever.
Yeah, you can just stuff all those hands in there. Because what else are you going to do with 50 pairs of hands? There's too many hands. What? I'm not going to get into the hands. There's a lot of hands. Jesse, wait, was I wrong? The top doesn't come off? I thought the top did come off.
Yeah, the top comes
Jesse.
off.
Jesse saying his top doesn't come off. I don't know. Yeah, stash box. That's what I was talking about, Jordan. But whatever, I'm not going to say that. I don't embarrass anyone. So yes, they are available on the website for pre-order. It's merely $10 down. Hell, if you guys have ideas for part to go with these, throw them my way. We'll come up with it. I'm like, there's like one or two. I'm thinking with Phantom Trooper. I don't know. Like he's already got the staff. He's already they really took care of a lot of things with it to mimic what he's supposed to mimic. And we might have to go like a different direction with it.
Helmeted head or something.
Yeah. I think didn't the old toy have a brain under it?
No.
It didn't?
What? No.
Well, it came apart. Like it broke. It like came apart. Like if He-Man like punched it, it would come apart.
Yeah, but that was, you know, the arms and the back. No,
We just
the back piece
right.
of it, the torso pieces, not the head.
Oh, there wasn't anything under the head. Maybe I just dreamed that up when I was a kid.
That was scary.
They
You know,
recently did that
thinking
with
the brain
with
is
the
kind of.
Masterverse one. They
Oh,
put
is
it
that what it is? They with the newer one, the Origins.
with the Masterverse one, which is like 10 inches tall or whatever. It has like a purple demon vampire type head underneath.
Oh, see, I didn't even see that. That's not. I don't think that's what I was thinking about. Yeah, for some reason I thought that it had like some type of like a brain or something under there, but I guess I was. Hey, you never
could
know.
go with a brain. That would be cool.
We already did a brain though. That's the. I already got a brain. A different brain.
Different brain.
Yeah.
An alien brain. What would it
Yeah, that's green brain. Right?
Jesse said he's going to sketch a head for the Phantom. All right, well, you sketch it and we'll talk about it. All right, so that we talked about the retail array, we talked about the 12 and 25. Did an intro, talked about Necronominus. What else do you guys want to talk about? Because I'm all out.
Wow, that was a good checked list.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you gotten your Necronominus figures yet, Len?
No, I have not held them in my hands yet. I actually have help getting some of the sculpts like looked at. Like I have to send them to people I know that bought direct. Yeah, it's yeah, I haven't. Jeff, what about you?
I'm waiting for pre-orders to come in.
Yeah.
I wonder where, because I don't know if something is wrong because I haven't gotten my shipping notice yet. So I'm thinking about.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I thought I heard that they shipped all the all-ins.
They shipped all the domestic all-ins.
Oh, is that what they said that?
This past Monday, I think they said all the domestics were completed, and then they were slowly starting on the international.
I know there are shipments coming across the Atlantic as we speak, but you know, I did all-ins and the 2-pack, and that 2-pack makes it so I'm not then I'm not just ordering all-ins. So that's why I'm moved down the list.
Oh, those 2-packs were with the all-in orders?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to place multiple orders.
Right.
It's going to mess up my shipping, you know. And I saw Tomas reached out to me and told me what the tax was in Sweden, taxing and shipping, and I was like, oh no! And I ordered more figures, I think. So it's gonna be. I have to save up for customs fees. But that's part of it. I'm not sobbing. I'm just trying to, you know, get everyone to feel with me. But that does, you know, it's worth it. It's not like that.
Yeah. You're just
so
yourself.
Just so everybody knows, if you do want more information about Necro, there's a lot of good YouTube channels that have it. But one that I will recommend is Art by Ackerman, and that is Ackerman without a C. Don't put the C in it because you won't find it. Curtis has been doing a lot of like exploded figure reviews, which is probably more relevant to like the WolfKing fan base, because it's more custom related, where he's taking like the actual figures and doing a full breakdown of them. He's doing a great job, overhead cam, and he's showing you like basically all the parts, how they work, how they go in and out, and he's following up the end with just like a rebuild. And he's up to Aldrich.
Yep.
And I've been watching him, and he's doing a good job. I feel like I have the figures. I don't have them, but I feel like I do, because Curtis is doing such a wonderful job with it.
Yeah, and it is actually, you know, while waiting for the figures, yeah, of course, I watch both everything, you know, Dork Lair and Toy Bro put up, and I love them. But as watching what Curtis is doing with this, and he's picking out parts that that makes me as a customer might be like, ooh, I can start dream about projects or imagining stuff because he's being so thorough and almost stupidly thorough, which is a wonderful thing because that's what he's doing. I love that idea that he's going through with.
Yeah. And if you want a second view at it, or you want another look, of course, our friend Bill is doing a wonderful job too over at the Dork Lair channel. And like he just did one on the horse on Bishop, and reminded me that it comes with a lance, because I forgot all about that. And Bill does a great job, great photography, great production on all the figures too. So it looks like he is up to Bishop. So he has Maximilius, he has Belialis, he has Sir Greg, the Terpiculi, Gideon, and I think that's where he's at right now. So yeah, I mean, that's another great channel to go check out to see the other.
When you mentioned Bishop,
check out that hand candy.
The soft good under the saddle. That's one of the pieces that I've forgotten about, and it looked beautiful.
Yeah, the blue blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah. There were a lot of small details that we saw at G-Con that I think we forgot, and now it's like I totally forgot about that. Like the smoke effects in the eyes. I did not remember that a million years. If you asked me like a month ago if that even was a thing, I would say no. What are you talking about? And because I totally forgot that it was a thing.
This is my favorite wave of all time. Before and after. The Necronominus wave.
Yeah, we were so excited, right? Like when we saw this, I remember. Yeah. I remember like it was yesterday. Like it just had the environment, like being at the studio for the reveal, getting to see everything. It was cool. Like it was special, and it was just really cool to be able to see like everything. And yeah, this is a special wave, and everyone's saying that. Like it's not just like us. Like I see a lot of the reviewers saying like, and people in general, fans in the Cabal, like saying this wave is special. Like this is a lot of good stuff. So
yeah, I think this is it captures the core of what I love with the line. I really I love the knights from the and the skeletons. So it's like
knights and skeletons.
Yeah.
So Bill told us that he's going to be doing Elijah tomorrow. So that's cool. So people, make sure you get over there. You like, subscribe, share. But there's also a lot of other good YouTubers. I just happen to personally know these guys, so I like to give my friends a little shout out on it, and they do a great job. If they did a sucky job, I wouldn't say it.
But they're not. They're doing a great job.
Yeah. And here's another one. So my friend and your friend Jordan, Wholesome Warlock, did a great job this morning. He did a review on the Vampirella figure by the what's the official toy name company, Jeff? Is it Frazetta?
And it's called Icon Collectibles by Frazetta Girls.
Okay, so that's the name of it. And Jordan did a great job. It's on the Purple Gang channel, and he did a really good job on the review of it. He got his hands on one, and he did a really thorough description, and he didn't hold back. Like he told you what was what, and it's a really good. And it's a toy that I don't own, so it was nice to see like a really honest review on like something that I don't have, and maybe I will now that I saw the review. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. Do you know who I'm talking about, Emil, when I say the Vampirella?
Yeah, I think unless there are more.
She's like almost naked.
Yeah. Yes, that's the one.
Yeah. So it's a good review. If you're interested in that figure, hop on over there and check that one out. And we see Van did one on the Joker, the Golden Age Joker. So those guys are not just doing shows on Saturday night; they're doing figure reviews.
Yeah, their figure reviews are the most entertaining I've come across. of reset.
Yeah. I would recommend the live they did for the Necro review, but I can't recommend that one because it was it got a little off the rails, but they're doing a good job.
Kind of just did recommend them. Okay, I just by not recommending it, you're like, I'm just gonna go over there and have a look.
Oh, Curtis, you tempted by a Mezco, are you? Oh, all right. I don't know if I have that. I'm not really sure. I just got the Muff Toys Clark Kent, and that's exciting. Yeah. A friend of mine helped me get that. What's that?
The Protector of Metropolis.
Yes, not Clark Kent. The Protector of Metropolis. So that's really cool. I was excited to get that. I didn't think I was going to get it. A lot of those toys, what do we call those? I can't say they're foreign toys because all the toys are made overseas, but
they like to call it third party unlicensed.
Okay, so I like when Trevor calls them third party, but I'll save you. So third party unlicensed, like a lot of those, you don't know if it's like, I find that I don't know they're like desirable until after they're not available.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like all of a sudden people have them and they're like doing reviews and they're like, this is awesome. And I'm like, oh, cool, then I'll get it. And I like, oh, look, someone must have hit the like button because he's here.
Hey.
He's here. Hey, Trevor. I did not, because that's what I'm trying to say. So I saw that Hellcat Gandalf, like I didn't know. I don't know what's good with them and what's not. Like, I want to wait till a review happens, but it seems like by the time the reviews happen, they're not available anymore. Or you're going to be paying a lot for like, eBay pricing on them. So I'm like lost when it comes to that like third party stuff.
That's how I felt about the Muff Toys Secret Agent. I think that was what it was called. It was Daniel Craig's James Bond 007 that came out last year, and I found out about it, saw reviews, and then I was like, oh, I can't find it anywhere.
I mean, is it safe to say, Trevor, you can probably answer this because you're here. Is it so, like, if Muff Toys, they did this Protector of Metropolis and it's apparently good, is it safe to say that all the Muff Toys stuff is good? If they have something, like, you should jump on it? Or is that not safe to say? Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Is it a turd or is it just a third?
He's saying unless the maker had a rep and hasn't changed their name 3 times. All right. Yeah, see, I don't know, man. I feel like I'm like treading in water that I don't know what's beneath the surface when I get into that world.
May I ask if these unlicensed toy lands, because there are quite a few, and design-wise, a lot of them look great, but is there a consensus among toy collectors that, if they're available, then they're okay to buy, and there is no one who's like, those are not licensed, we should not buy them? What's the...
Well, Jeff told me it's all right. I felt bad about it. I never did it before, but Jeff told me it's okay, so I do it.
Whoa! I've never done it either.
I am like,
I don't know where my morals stand at this moment.
I'm like a stickler for IP, and it's something that's really important to me. You know that. Like, I protect the IP of the artists we work with. I don't try to tread on any IP with what we put on WolfKing.
Yeah.
But I guess it's like the thing where, and this is not right, I'll look to justify it with like, oh, well, it's freaking DC and Warner Brothers. Like, what the hell are they going to miss? They're not making a Clark Kent. Like, I'm just going to get this Clark Kent. Like, so sometimes, like, I think that's some thought on it. But if we talked about this, I think, last week a little, but if it's like a smaller independent type creator or like someone who's like bopping around the streets of New York and they're like, using his design for some kind of third party thing, then I get like mad at it. But I guess I shouldn't be. I don't know.
You brought up Dave Keown's The Pit last week, and that was a very contentious thing when that third-party unlicensed company was making a Pit figure, or is still making a Pit figure, and is not giving royalties, or at least bringing Keone into the production of it.
Right. That's yeah. I mean, and I mean, really, it's no different to justify it because it's a large corporation that owns. So, you know, I guess it's definitely a quandary. Trevor's saying that if someone did a licensed Gandalf in 112, he'd buy that too. But so would you burn the old one, or I don't, or would you like sell it
Sell it
and
off.
donate the money to who owns that TriStar? I don't know.
Warner
I'm
Brothers.
just really
Warner
curious
Brothers?
because there's so many of these companies popping up. So and they look great.
Yeah. Well, that's
I
the
mean,
thing too. Like Trevor just said, sometimes the third party stuff's better than the licensed stuff. So
yeah, I know. We're not talking about that. We're not talking about quality, or are we?
no, it's a moral
not-
thing. I
I'm not
know.
trying to stir anything up. I'm just very curious because I mean, you know, looking at all of those cool figures myself, and it's like, you know, the
No,
question just pops up. You know, when was it Ramen Toys that were, you know, are selling the cool looking Brave Star figures, you know,
yeah.
stuff like that, and it's like, wow, they look cool, and it's like, I didn't. Maybe it's not a big thing. Maybe because you know, I remember when I was you know, going to China many years ago looking for you know, stuff, and the people there, they said no, the government doesn't care about price because we're exporting stuff, so they don't look at it at all. But you know, I'm just
Yeah. Well,
okay.
the saying, I believe the saying,
I was just very curious.
I believe the saying with China is that they're very good at making things, but they're not good at making like IP. Like, so they're not good at being creative with the art, but they're amazingly artistic in the way they can design something to work and function and produce it in volume.
Maybe
So
that this has been right in the past. Maybe this has been like that in the past. I'm not sure this is.
and they just don't feel the same, like they don't have the same thoughts of like intellectual property, like, you know what like obviously they must, if they have contracts with companies like Four Horsemen Studios to only make for them and not sell out the back door or anything like that, because they realize that they're going to lose their contract to make that. But as far as other things go, I think it's always been that way, that they just don't have that same thought that we do, that like, you know, oh, this is Spider-Man, we can't make Spider-Man because we don't own it. They're like, you know.
But then you do get knockoffs coming out of China from the big companies like Mattel and Hasbro products, and people buy those knockoffs.
Yeah, there was a while ago when you could get Mezco 112 knockoffs on eBay for like like $15, like of like Daredevil and you know, like that. And it was, they were, you could tell the difference. Like when you got them, they were definitely not as the same quality as like a Mezco figure.
Yeah.
But I mean, I ordered the 4-pack of the Turtles, the movie versions, the NECA Turtles. I got the box and I was really excited. I was like, that was a great price. I should have figured out, but it wasn't like free, but it was still a good price. I got the figures home and I was starting to open the box, and wow, these are. And after a while, I was like, this sword is a little bit too bent. Shouldn't this part be articulated? And it's like, they're darn good copies, but it's still like, you know, I got my money back from eBay actually when it came to that, because you know.
Oh wow!
But
Well,
still,
as long as it didn't look like wax.
And it melts as soon as it comes out of the box.
Yeah, it's like a birthday cake topper, and you're like, oh. That's what I was thinking when I said that. So, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, Emil, I'll send you the link. Bobby Vala, the guy that does Valaverse, he did a really good video a couple weeks ago on the subject, and he kind of breaks it down of his thoughts on it for what it's worth. But he's also a toy manufacturer, and he works for Hasbro. He's been on a lot of different sides of it, and he even admitted he buys some of them because they're good. And it's a good video to like kind of get your mind turning in that direction, to be like, you know, how do I really feel about that?
yeah.
He even said he was previously, like a couple years back, that he was anti-customizing especially on Action Force stuff. And now that his mindset has changed completely, especially going to Legion's Con and seeing how the customizing community is more than just ripping stuff off. It's actually creating new things.
Yeah. And I I did talk to him at ZoloCon last year when he came to my booth, and he actually bought some stuff, and you could tell that he wasn't sold on it. Like he was just kind of like, oh, but I told him, I said, you know, we're not doing IP. We're not trying to make heads that will make your figure look like, you know, rock and roll from GI Joe, because that's Hasbro. Like I want to do original stuff. He respected that, but he still wasn't in that mindset of that. So it's interesting because, like you said, and when you learn in the video, when he went to Legion's Con and walked around and saw everyone's creations, it kind of like sold him more on it, type of thing. And I can tell you that's kind of how the studio felt too, years ago.
Yeah.
When the custom thing was newer, you know, they didn't really know how they felt with it. But then once the first Legion's Con happened and they saw like what people were creating, they were kind of like, oh yeah, well, this is cool. Because to an older school toy guy like them prior to that, and a Bobby Valla, like when he worked for Hasbro, when you hear like custom parts or third-party parts, you think it's recasts of your parts. Like you think it's like someone's taking your head off of your figure, they're casting it, and they're selling it. And that pisses them off because that's like stealing their creative IP. They don't want that to happen. So, but once they learn that it's like different, you know, and that some companies do have an integrity of what they produce for third-party parts, they kind of came along, you know, like I think they kind of won them over. But I'll send you the link to the video because it's interesting to watch.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'm gonna bring up the this again. Old Chico. Let's get them in. We'll do that. We'll do that drawing now. If you guys want to get them in, I'll give it a minute. So how's the weather down in Florida, Jeff?
It is 72 degrees and cloudy.
72.
72. I have to Google that.
Oh, and to get the Celsius?
Yeah, that's Fahrenheit. Celsius, I don't know. Off the top of my head.
Let's see. $72. Oh, that's nice. That's a nice temperature. That's exactly how I want every day to be.
I know. That's what I said. That's like what you want it to be like every day.
Yeah.
I think it's like, yeah, it's
anything
Jordan,
below 80 down here is nice.
That's where you lose me because I've been down in Florida. Where are you at in Florida? Like what part of Florida?
Orlando.
Oh, right. I knew that. Okay. Yeah, that gets swampy, man.
Yeah.
Don't you get over like 95 and stuff?
Oh, we get in upwards of 100 Fahrenheit. Yeah.
And the humidity.
It's good that people who loves that weather lives there.
Oh yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And it's good that I don't live there.
Yeah. I do not like living here. It's just where my life has taken me. The goal is to move back up north to Virginia. So just waiting until we get back up there.
I didn't mean to say anything bad about you living there. Because,
oh no, I didn't take it like
that. Everyone wanted to. Everyone in the U.S. wanted to move to Florida.
If I was to live in a tropical place, I would live on one of the Hawaiian Islands or Puerto Rico or something like that. At least have some, I don't know, different climate, different precipitation. It's dry. It's been dry down here. There hasn't been a whole lot of rain. We don't get snow. We don't people say cloudy is dreary. This kind of weather is dreary to me. Like,
huh.
Got it.
Yeah. What I remember Orlando like was like it rained in the afternoon every day. Because the humidity was so bad that like it would just need to like get out of the air and it would be like
so that's May to about October, November. But right now in the winter months it's like limbo, like nothing.
Yeah.
I might as well live in the desert.
I want to live in the desert. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
I want it to be dry and warm. All right, I'm going to do the drawing. You ready? Old Chico, 34 entries. That's more than are watching. Here we go. Round and round she goes. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Darla.
It's going to be dark.
Paul Zach. Didn't Paul just win something? Oh, he won last night.
He won Rygon's head last night.
Yeah, that's right. When I was on the show last night, he won that. Well, congratulations, Paul.
Awesome.
I will have that in the mail to you. I do have your address, I'm pretty sure. So I will get that to you. Congratulations. You are getting the Vampire Battle Mix with Emil's Corruptian parts for it. And yeah. So we talked about the weather in Florida. I think, yeah. I was on the Legion's Ladies last night, and that was awesome. That was a really fun show. I had a good time with them. Did you ever do that show, Emil?
Yes, they're wonderful. That's that's a wonderful conversation. I liked it.
Yeah.
So how was your time? I haven't seen that show yet with you.
It was good. It was fun. I talked too much. I think we went over. Tanya had to get to bed.
It's just because you're wonderful.
Yeah, they just asked me, all kinds of personal stuff, and I just was totally not making anything up and telling them the truth the whole time. And yeah, it was great.
And you revealed something secret at the end, so we have to look at the full episode to see that, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it for you. You just have to pay. Everyone just pay attention to what I said and not like just jump to conclusions about what I said. That's all I'm saying.
He left it very open-ended.
Oh. Oh, to be continued, kind of.
To be continued. Or like you said, don't jump to your own conclusions. Don't jump to his.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe we can have another show to analyze what Len talked about in that show. So we can have, Jeff, you and, you, Jesse, and Jordan or something, and like, yeah, okay, so this is what we actually came up to. He started out talking about this, but then, yeah, we know he loves. And yeah, I could watch that.
Yeah, we can do that. So, Jeff, what's on the docket for this weekend for shows? Like, who's doing stuff? You guys are doing, or you got Legend Daddies going tonight?
Yeah, we got Let's Go Off-Road podcast tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, 2100.
All right.
And Jesse's back. We haven't had him on for quite a few weeks.
Jesse's back.
And so he's in the hot seat because Curtis is taking some time off. He may pop in. He may not. Who knows? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. So we'll find out. Tune in tonight. And then
Saturday Day Live,
right?
right?
Saturday Live. I haven't seen an event post for it yet, but I think there should be.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is one. I think so. John was here. I don't know if he's still here, but I'm pretty sure there is. They usually do that at 3, but it jumps around sometimes. They change it every now and then.
1500, if anybody.
Yeah.
And then Purple Gang has their Saturday Night Live.
Yes. And I think they have the Spiro Toys guy on Saturday, right? Is that who's on their show?
Jason from Spiro. I don't know. I don't know who the guest is this week.
Jordan's here. Jordan, let's not know who the guest is. Let me know if I was right or wrong. Tell me in the comments if I was wrong or right. And he's saying that there is an event up for SDL, so there is a Saturday Night Live. Yes, see, I was right. Jason and Derek from Spiro. See, I pay attention.
Cool. I do know who's on Latin Legions this weekend and Shooting the Shelf. So on Latin Legions on Sunday is with Walter Hagen.
Okay.
And Shooting the Shelf has Pete McCartney.
Oh, okay. So they're going to do some Muskegon talking.
Yeah.
I wonder if he knows anything about Muskegon.
Probably not.
It's gonna be
I don't know anything about you.
I thought we were going to talk about other stuff.
We know it's good. We know it's going to happen. We just don't really have any information on it. Yeah, and I guess ZoloCon's coming up too for me, like in 2 weeks. So that's a thing.
Yeah.
That's going to be a thing. That's going to be a event that's filled with people. There's something like 200 vendors, and 200 vendors. There's so many toy manufacturer vendors there that, like, you know, jumped in once they saw other ones doing it. That it's crazy. It's going to be like, I really think ZoloCon's going to be like big. It's going to be big. It was growing, and now that they got a new venue, which they sold out this year already, because I guess the point is when you jump to a new venue, you should have a little growing room, but they sold it out. So it's going to be interesting. They have that exclusive Headhunter figure from the studio via Mike's Realm of the Underworld for ZoloCon. It's awesome. And then they have I think someone said last night there Vala, it has an exclusive for the show too. And I don't know if anyone else does. I'm sure someone else does, but yeah, it's turned to quite the event. So it's going to be really interesting.
Mike Zolo has another license for these like cosmic chimps.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so he has an exclusive in that line too.
Yeah.
But it's a 1/18th scale, so I don't really collect.
Are those articulated? Like, hey, what's up, Eric? Eric Miller's here.
5-point, possibly.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. They're like out. Yeah, they're cool looking. I didn't grab one last year because I was just. It's a little overwhelming, but yeah, I might grab one this year, maybe. Yeah. So that's gonna happen, and there's more of a mythic presence there besides the studio. I think that I know Toy Forge is going to be there, and I know like Leland is going to be there. He's probably sharing a table with other people that are like mythic world people, and Borderland Horde is going to be there, and I think that's it for them. D13, Chris is going to be there right next to me, and Chris is going to have like basically a suitcase worth of actual production figures for sale. So like he's when he comes back from China, like he's going to bring a suitcase full of them, or he has a very limited number of them that he's going to have like for sale that he got as extras over like the orders. Yeah. And they look really cool. They look really neat.
Do you know which one, or are they, some of each or something?
I don't know exactly. I think that it's like Jesus and there
are 3 different Jesus is selling.
I don't know. You know what, man?
Okay.
I don't know. If he did a really cool like opening video of an all-in, he was in the studio and he did it on Instagram under his D13 account, and he shows you like all the figures in the all-in, and he might say there what he's going to have, but I don't think he's like publicly said like this is exactly what's going to be there. So, but they look really cool. They almost look like a figure obscura look because they're in like it looks like a book, and the book is like a magnetic slipcover that comes off, and then there's a window box and the characters inside of it. They look really cool.
Yeah, I really like the red demons. Those are my favorites of the all.
Stealing. You can steal.
I hope Dub don't steal my Jesus. Yeah, it's they look cool. The demons look cool too because they're both in the box in the book, and it's nice. I am like really blown away. He sent me some pictures too of like the packaging. The packaging is gorgeous. So I'm really excited for him because I've been friends with Chris for a while, and I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric, you keep saying ZoloCon's not in the card, man. You got to get there. I know how it is though. Sometimes because the shows are always on the same dates every year. If that conflicts with a reoccurring something in your life, then that's rough. Like I know there's a show that's around the time my anniversary is, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to be like, yeah, sorry, I'm not, no anniversary this year. I'm going to a toy show. So,
or perhaps there is an ocean in between you and the con. That could be a problem.
Yeah,
it's SoloCon. If of all the cons that I hear people talk about, it feels to me like SoloCon is the one after Legion's Con that people talk about the most. Is it correct to assume that?
I feel that way too. I think that Zolo is becoming that like pillar type winter event, so it like fills that void of winter. Now Toyland is also proving to be pretty massive too. And they're pulling in a lot. They teamed up with PowerCon, like Remnants type thing, and that's another really big one. But I feel like Zolo, especially if it goes well this year and people are like really impressed, it's going to be that like bookend to Legion's Con, where this is like you get your like convention feel in the winter, and then the other end for the fall. So,
but if Curtis was here, he would say MuskeCon would be your bookend because he's Midwest and not East Coast.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I wish PowerCon was still happening in the Midwest. Like I think it's a shame. I realize that like shit happens, but I think it's a shame that it can't, because the locale seemed really great for a lot of people to get to. Like it wasn't like too far for some Midwest. It wasn't, and it was an awesome show. Like I hopefully if they do come back ever, they do choose that Ohio area, because I think it was a good region for it.
Yeah. Nice common ground for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not greedy. I don't need all the shows in the East Coast the way they are, but it seems like that's, let's face it, like, I mean, it just seems like a hub for it, where there's a denser population of hardcore fans for that type of thing in the Northeast. I mean, I know there's plenty down south too, but it seems like it's a denser region. I mean, you have Philadelphia and New York that are like barely 2 hours difference between the two, and there's a lot of demographic there.
Definitely.
And I want to go to a lot of these. I don't want to miss anyone, but there are so many to mention. But I mean, Len, Jeff, have you gone to most of them once, or one of the big ones? No, not like
I've
that.
never been to PowerCon. No, I've never been to PowerCon. I've never been to Toylanta. I really just go to the ones that are, I hate to say it, but more East Coast. The most south one is when I actually do the Maryland one, and that's not like that far from us.
But you have the MegaCon in the Florida.
Yeah, I just finished MegaCon this past weekend, which was nice.
You were there.
I was there for second year in a row now. But before really going to toy shows, I was going to Comic-Cons. And at Comic-Cons, you don't get a whole lot of toys. It's more comic based. And so now that I've gotten more away from the comic world and more into the toy world, I've been finding that I need to get to a lot of these toy shows myself.
Yeah. Well, you should consider yourself lucky anyway, and that's fantastic. So it's just, let me be some kind of perspective, that it could be farther away from all of this. So embrace, be happy for what you guys have,
I would be interested to see your reaction, Emil, to a normal toy show, not a Legion's Con, to like a ZoloCon, like, because they're not the same. Like they're not the same. There's a lot of stuff. Like
I have to come over sometime.
Yeah, like the volume of stuff, I think would kind of blow your mind. You would be like, look up. Well, you went to Legion's Con when it was next to Toy Con, remember?
Yeah.
And so that's pretty close to what it would be like with these bigger all toy shows. And like that Maryland one we did was,
oh, wait a minute, I was with them, where Travis was. King County, right?
Oh yeah, County. You went to that? Okay.
Yeah, we went there.
Okay.
Oh well, there you go.
Anyone correct me, but
no, you're right.
That's supposedly the biggest toy show in the Midwest.
That was huge.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, that was a lot of fun to go around.
Okay, well then you did experience it. Then I take it back. Then you've seen it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to steal it. I can.
No, I didn't realize you
the
went to
biggest
King
one
County.
that we haven't been to.
Yeah, King County is supposed to be like one of the biggest ones in the country, I think, too. I'm not really sure how that stands now because there are a lot of large ones. I know RetroCon's big, the one that we always do towards Philly.
Yeah.
RetroCon's big, but it's a lot of when you whittle out the stuff you might be interested in. There's not that much, It's but there's a huge volume of vendors and things, and very different from Legion's Con, where pretty much 90% of it's related to Mythic, to the Mythic Legions or similar, adjacent, as we don't like to say or do. So, all right. Well, I guess it's 5:30. So, happy Valentine's Day to you, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna thank you guys for hanging with me.
Always.
I'm gonna bring you out, and I'm gonna bring you out, sir. And I'm gonna say to everybody, thank you for tuning in. I will see you next Friday. Maybe we'll have a little more structure. Maybe we'll have a little more Jeff. We don't know. I'm gonna have the El Tico All Day head sculpt showing you this week. Don't forget that the Retailer 2025 pre-orders are on the website, and they're looking for a fast turnaround, so lock those in. The window is open for longer than usual, but I wouldn't procrastinate on it. And yes, I am charging a little more than a lot of the other retailers, but like I said, I am a person, especially it being Valentine's Day, I like commitment. So I want you to be a little more committed to what you're gonna come for. But anyway, thank you, everyone. I appreciate you being here. Make sure that you check out all the cool shows this weekend, like Off-World tonight. And tomorrow we have, we already talked about this. Rewind it if you want to know. Bye.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not